Church, the place where we all gather for worship. While the Bible tells us the church is not a building but a body, it also tells us that it's the gathering of the saints, the koinonia of the ecclesia, the meeting of the called ones. But during the early stages of the 2020 pandemic, the church had left the building. The places where the saints gathered regularly to worship remained empty and closed. Now wait just a minute, you may say. Our church is online, we have a website, Facebook page, social media accounts, 5-star Yelp and Google reviews. We broadcast our services via multiple live streams. We have hundreds of likes, smiley faces. We even use the new care icon. And here lies the main question. Do we have the tools someone told us to use, or the tools our church really needs to disciple online? Can you easily find out the names of the other 500 people not from your church who watched your online service, engaged in the comments and even returned to listen more? Because their lives will not be transformed by likes, shoutouts, or hug me reactions, but by intentional discipleship. In preparation for this class, I watched countless hours of ministry videos only to find out that in the urgency to adapt to current culture, we simply take what we do in church anyways and put it online. We adapt to the crisis rather than foresee or even prevent them. We publish podcasts while the world is talking about 5G, social credit, and artificial intelligence. We broadcast on Facebook and YouTube, but our youth are not there anymore. They've long replaced even Instagram with Snapchat and TikTok, using dance, masks, and faces to share cultural artifacts and create new ones. And in all this, we, the church, end up following culture, not leading it. Jesus did not simply adopt. He led culture. As I was looking for ways to relate all this, my daughter asked me to come and see a surprise she created for Mother's Day. Busy with my lecture, I asked her to just tell me, "But I can't," she replied. "You have to see it for yourself." The surprise that could not be described with words was creatively arranged into symbols. Beautifully painted apple gourds filled with daisies, one for each member of our family. Her toys were all lined up in anticipation of the upcoming celebration. Her bed was neatly made with pillows arranged in a circle where we could sit while gifts were being opened. Now, you know this well. The world does not speak with words anymore. In postmodernity, words often lose their meaning. The millennials have been working very, very hard on the internet to create a universe of imagery and symbols that show us their world. The Generation Zs go a step further and create a network via motion, not just smileys and avatars, but active motional expression of their internal emotions. And a generation that connects via emotions can tell right away if we, the church, are real or fake. Jesus himself spoke with powerful images and motions. After praying through a storm one night, he simply rose and began walking on the raging sea as the creator who calms his creation. His disciples, who until then saw him as a teacher, prophet, healer, a miracle maker, but still a man like them, now astonished by the picture of him walking on the water, began asking, "Who is he?" The reality of their experience engaged their search for God's identity. The storm was the start of their discipleship. Our world today is engaged in a stormy motion of post-Christianity. Just like the world of the internet is one constant motion, and in it are interwebbed all the lives of billions of human souls who await on their end of our postmodern ever-connectedness for someone to reach to them and unlock the powerful image of the God who walks in their storm to save them. It is my sincere prayer that this class gives you a start for unlocking your God-given passion to reach the lost and make them disciples of Christ. Church, the place where we gather for worship. Is it real or is it not? The main question in postmodernity is this: how real is God when the church gathers to worship regardless of place, space, and dimension?